Most people think that they should be working out for 1 to 1 hour 30 to 2 hours a day in a gym. But is it actually the case? Now, what if you can get the same amount of results in a 30 to 45 minute workout than you can get in a 90-minute one? Would you spend that extra 45 minutes in a gym wandering around looking for weights and space to work out in? I doubt you would. Now, there are benefits of working out for about an hour every single workout, but it depends on your lifestyle, it depends on how many workouts a week you do, and it depends on many different factors. But the big problem with going for an hour or more is not exactly the volume. Now, I take my time at the gym. Honestly, I work out from here. It's pretty simple for me, right? So I go down the stairs, I start my workout. During my workouts, it's when I start creating content, posting on Instagram, answering DMs, answering emails, thinking about those videos and planning ahead and all of these kind of stuff. And I watch things here from time to time, and that have me, waste time. So to me, it's not too much of a big deal because in my schedule, I've allowed for about a 2 hour a day where I get to get ready for my workout and then start the workout, finish, go back and start my day. It's about 10 a.m. to noon. Pretty simple, pretty easy. But during that time, I don't only work out. Again, I create content, I create everything. I create content, I create everything, and that to me is part of my work. And I know for 99.9% of people, this is not their work. Their work is not fitness. Your work might not be fitness. Probably not. Your work requires you to maybe be in front of your computer, maybe you're an entrepreneur, maybe you have other stuff to do. Being at the gym 2 hours a day, maybe it's not exactly what you want to do, what you need to do, and what you should be doing. So funny enough, if I take all of my workout, if I take my volume throughout my workout, and if I just don't stop, and if I forget about the content, and if I just focus on the task ahead and just go ahead and do the workout, it takes about 45 minutes to an hour to do. Nothing more than that, honestly. And I have calls from time to time with clients, prospects, leads, people. They all ask me the same question, or a variation of the same question, which is, how long do you work out? Or, well, you work out more than me. Well, maybe not. If you work out 5 times a week, we have the same lifestyle, right? The thing is, I don't work out more than an hour. And there's a big reason for it. My reason is simple. I don't have the energy for it, which is also your reason, by the way. For the first hour, your body is just prime. You have sugar, you have energy, testosterone is flowing, everything is going, everything is fired up, and you're ready to go. That is a dedicated hour workout. Past that time, when you go past about an hour, when you've depleted all those good energy source, testosterone will kind of, slow down a bit, cortisol will take over, and now you're in what we call a catabolic state, which is your body is basically useless, right? You might just start to use muscle as energy. Your body has a lot of energy source in its system, mainly the one that we like to have and use during the workout, which is glycogen level, sugar, fat, right? Those are the ones that we want to use for sources of building muscle. When you work out, you don't want to burn muscle. You want to build it. You're creating a stimulus on the body. Recovery will help you have more muscle when you restart the workout another day, which is the process of building muscle. But now, if you go for too long and then your body just went through all its energy source, but you're still at it and you're still going, and now you wonder, why do I not have the energy? I'm working out for about an hour 30. It's what people do with muscles. No, it's not. Well, at that point, your body is now using what it's left and what it has, which is muscle. So it might start using some muscle, breaking down some muscle tissue to have the energy to lift. So now you're just kind of running circles around yourself. Now we get into junk volume, right? At some point in about that 45-minute to an hour mark, things are done. Things are done. If you've done your squat, if you've done bench press, if you've done your main exercises, doesn't matter if at the 90-minute mark, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna bench press. It's not gonna do anything. Now you're in junk volume territory. You're in useless work. You're there to be there. And at some point you wonder why nothing's happening. Because you're wasting time. Now you're wasting time for a couple of reasons. You're wasting time because, well, it's been 30 minutes more, which you should have been doing. You're doing volume that doesn't produce anything. You're mainly burning muscles in order to create that energy source. And also your intensity is mainly, probably, most likely, crap. I mean, I'm not gonna say most likely. You are not lifting at the 90-minute mark of your workout the same amount as you would in the beginning if you would have started with that exercise. It is just what it is. It's like when I look into a workout or I give a workout to a client and I put the push-up at the beginning rather than at the end, or vice versa. They're like, oh, when I finish with the push-up, I can only do 5. I'm like, yeah, it's normal. You finish with the push-up. You know, it's not now as a warm-up, it's now as a finisher. You should be done, you know, which is the point. So obviously volume is a reason, the catabolic effect of cortisol, you not having this testosterone levels that you should at the 90-minute mark or at 1 hour, 15-minute, whatever. All of those things are a good reason to stop your workout at the hour mark. But there's other reasons for it. One of the other reasons for it is recovery. Recovery is the main builder of muscle. I could be here doing push-ups all day, every day. I will not build the chest. Now, if I want to build a chest, I will do some push-up today, recover, go again tomorrow, or go again in 2 days. I have to make sure that my recovery is equal to my intensity. Well, equal or higher. Now, if your intensity, you try to have it here for about like 60 minutes, and now it starts to draw out, but you're still at the gym, you're still pushing, you're still breaking down muscle tissue, you're still, you know, just grinding for no reason. Well, your recovery has to be better. Now try to go to the gym the next day. Probably you can't. And maybe something like this happened in the past where you're like, well, I'm tired, I'm busted, my chest is so sore, I should have another chest day today because I had one 3 days ago, but it's still sore, but you know, I'm gonna go again, and you do that 90 minutes again and 90 minutes again every single day. Now your nervous system is probably about to shut down. Most likely, maybe, you're gonna get sick at some point because you're just driving your body to the ground. And now recovery is poor. Intensity was high or somewhat high for the first 60 minutes, but now you realize that your intensity in the gym is getting lower and lower and poorer. You know, I've been doing that for 2 weeks, but I'm getting tired at the beginning of my workout. I don't feel like working out. I don't know what's going on. Well, again, you're working out for too long. Your recovery is not proper to the amount of workout that you do. That is a big, big mistake into trying to work out for too long. So do not go over that 60-minute mark. And even in that 60-minute mark, there are ways to build a program to make sure that you start right and that you finish with some exercises that matter a bit less, right? So you optimize your workout within that hour to make it make sense. So this is one of the reasons, but the main reason of why you shouldn't be 90 minutes in the gym is the one that I don't even do. You know, I have my gym here. I live here. Ta-da, this is my house. Very easy for me. Now, if you ask me to shovel snow, take my car, go to the gym, work out 90 minutes, and then, well, get there, find parking, change, work out, change again, take a shower, shovel snow, do whatever, because I don't know, weather's bad wherever, get back in the car, come back here, and now you're looking at 2+ hours every single day. Now maybe, you have a normal job, 9 to 5 job, where you have to wake up early in the morning, walk the dog, or take care of the family, or do whatever you have to do. But you're like, I need 2.5 hours every single day to make sure that I get my workout in. Where is that time? Will you really wake up at 5, try to get to the gym at 5:30? Maybe the night before you had more stuff to do and you didn't sleep too well, but now you have to wake up, right? So it's 5 and 5:30, you're trying to be at the gym, change all of that, 5:45 start working out, and then it's like 6:45, 7:15. You end your workout at 7:15, change, shower, come back home. It's 8, I don't know, and now you have breakfast and you try to get ready for work. But now it's 9 and you've only worked out in the morning. Repeat that over and over and over and over, 300 days a year, forever. And come back to me and let me know how that goes. It's not gonna go. Because again, junk volume doesn't matter, you're wasting time. Too long in a gym, too long commute, too long of everything, you're wasting time. Not enough recovery, you have to go to bed late, you wake up early, now you're fatigued and all of that, and now you fell over and over and over and over and over, and in a couple of years from now, you just send me a text like, I've tried many times, but I can't do it. It's not that you cannot do it, it's just that you go around it in a not effective manner. Now what you want to do is have intensity and consistency. Now let's say you again work at 9 a.m. You have to be home by 8 because you have things to get ready before work, whatever. Now you subtract, I don't know, the 20-minute commute. It's 7:40. Retract 40 minutes. It's 7. Now you can leave 6:30 in the morning. You have 1 hour more of sleep, which by the way, sleep is very important. So you gain every single day 1 hour. Every time you're at the gym now, you're more rested, you're better, you're lifting more, you have more energy, more intensity, and now you can repeat that 5 days a week because you have the time to do it, because now it's not 2.5 hours, it's 1 hour 45 minutes, right? An hour 40, maybe at the top 2, right? So nothing that crazy. Even 2 is stretching it. So now with that consistency, that intensity, if your 40 minute is optimized, you're good to go. You're gonna build muscle. Congratulations. It is that easy. With great intensity, with a program that works, so the idea behind it is to make sure that you start with compound exercises, kill yourself at the beginning with your energy. You don't start a workout with bicep curls and abs. Useless. You start with bent over row, squats, bench press, all these good stuff. And then at the end you finish with like some bicep curls and all, because now energy doesn't matter as much. And now you can repeat that over and over and over and over, and you don't have to worry about not having time to do it, because that is not a good excuse. You have time when you make a proper workout, proper schedule, and you work out efficiently, and you're just gonna build a muscle. So again, guys, there are many reasons to not work out past 1 hour. My workouts, when they are all, bundled up and I'm focused on them, it's 45 minutes to an hour. It's about 21 to 26 sets usually. So you can also count your sets. 24 usually will last you about an hour. So it's about that time. Because again, consistency, intensity, recovery, mix all of that together and you'll build muscle and you'll be happy. So it's that simple. If you have questions, you can, send me DMs, whatever. There's a bunch of free ebook you can have. The bootcamp's available, all of that. If you're still here, thank you. And I'll see you on the next one.